how did Fortezza Coffee get its start?
We actually have another shop there back then on the north side of the town, near DuPont and I-69, called Trio Valley Espresso. That was, I think we opened that, if I remember correctly, 2012, maybe 2011, 2012. Fortezza started 2014, and back then it was right towards the beginning of the whole downtown improvement period, so we thought it's a good time. There wasn't any, I think a couple of the old coffee shop that were downtown had moved out or closed up, so we thought that was a good time for us to come in before we wait for new developments.
Okay. And then, what are some popular coffee flavors or food items right now?
Our house-made lavender it's one of the favorites. For now, like the fall season, we also made our own pumpkin syrup for our pumpkin lattes, so that's really popular when we have that out. So normally lattes. Now there's this whole matcha craze, so our matcha has been pretty popular too. As far as food-wise, our pastries on the weekends, like Saturday and Sunday mornings, are really hot rated because we made our own bread, our own croissants, and things like that. We have a pretty good spread on the weekends. And during the week, we have our biscuit sandwich, our house-made biscuits. That's pretty popular.
And then, how has Fortezza grown or changed since it first opened its doors?
Quite a bit, actually. I don't have like a number on top of my head, but we've definitely seen more growth, especially on the weekends. Like Saturday and Sundays are our busier days. Our weekday mornings are pretty busy. In afternoons are kind of relaxed, fairly quiet, but the mornings are busy and weekends are definitely busier. And there's a lot more people downtown now, a lot more businesses, so that also helps a lot.
And then, what role has Fortezza played in shaping Fort Wayne's downtown culture and creative scene?
I'm not sure if we us ourselves created anything really, but I feel like we just provide a large space for anyone to come in. Unfortunately, we can't have anything to do with live music because we have apartments upstairs and noise travels. And so that's something we couldn't do, but we've had a few pop-up events here before. There's a couple of local chefs that also had a few pop-up restaurants out of here, and now they have their own brick and mortar restaurants. So that was cool to have them in here, creating some pretty cool menu that we've never seen or tasted before. And other than that, there's a lot of downtown folks, and a lot of we see the same familiar faces daily, and a lot of our current staff used to be customer of ours too. So that's kind of cool.
Nice. And then, what have been some of the biggest accomplishments or milestones for the cafe over the years?
We've definitely achieved more of a stability here. The first few years was a little rough. We're not sure exactly where we fit in. We're still playing around a little bit with our menu and style. Our hours were a little different back then, and now we kind of have a good flow now. So the shop essentially on most days runs on its own. Everyone knows their roles, and gear's just going on its own. It's pretty good. And then definitely having a recognition. And the other day we have customer came in and mentioned us to their friends like we're the OG coffee shop downtown, which is kind of fun to hear. I don't think we're the OG. There's definitely cafes like Old Crown or Firefly that's been here for a couple decades, and they're the real OGs. But hearing that from younger customers kind of make us feel like, oh, we've made it. We're here long enough to be considered one of the originals downtown. So that's a good feeling.
And then, how does Fortezza support local makers, artists, or other small businesses currently?
We sometimes do co-events. We don't do it as often as we used to.
Perfect. Okay. And then, how do you see Fortezza continuing to innovate and stay connected with Fort Wayne's changing downtown landscape?
I think we just need to have to stay connected with our local communities. Fortunately, actually all of our staffs are local, and most of them they live and work and study downtown. So that makes it pretty easy for us to stay local and stay connected, especially with our downtown communities. And like our friends across the street, kind of size actually, coming and vice versa. I actually just had lunch across the street with my slice, and they were here earlier for coffee. So that we help each other. The whole downtown feels like our own town in a way within the town, because daily we see familiar faces and we all know each other. A lot of our staff live with some of the other people. They're roommates, they're co-workers. They hang out in the same places after work. So it's pretty easy since we have that established.
And then for our final question, if you could share one message about Fortezza Coffee with the community, what would it be?
Message? I never thought about it.
It's kind of a loaded question, so if you need a second, it's kind of like...
I don't know, just stay local, help each other out, and really just help each other out, love each other.